would.
See, somebody sent me an email, a video actually last Friday, and it had you talking at the Socialist Union International, whatever it's called.
Yes.
And you mentioned the word comrade about 4 times in a minute. What was that about?
It was a rally, and I would have been about 25 years old, and it probably would have been in Hungary.
It was in 2009.
It would have been in Hungary, was it, or was it in...
It was in 2009.
Oh, well, I can't remember which country it was in.
Comrades, the second thing, comrades, and our LGBT comrades. So comrades, as we leave this place, comrades, it was you together as comrades. Comrades, I want to invite the comrades, we have... Viva UC, viva! Viva UC, viva!
Country it was
Do you think you've changed since those days?
No, not particularly. No.
Do you think you've changed since those days?
No, not particularly. No.
You will see men like William Jefferson Clinton who pretend to be a Christian. William Jefferson Clinton is a devout Marxist. Marxists do not believe in God. And his wife Hillary, she is a very dangerous radical Marxist communist.
You know, it's sad to be able to see what is coming just as clear as if it were happening right in front of my eyes at this very moment. To be able to see it at a future time, because I've studied these scum for so many years, and I've watched what they have done in other countries to defeat their enemies and establish their socialist utopian slave market. And so I can anticipate, and with a little research, and a little listening, a little reading, I can pretty much tell you exactly what they're going to do whenever they're going to do it. And you all know that. Those of you who have been listening to me for all these years, you know that I have been consistently the only person in this country who has made accurate predictions each and every single time. And I'm telling you right now, it is sad and it is frustrating to know that something is going to happen and not be able to convince people that it's going to happen and be able to stop it. Long before this wave of terror began in the United States, I told you over this radio broadcast that it would happen. I said that New York City, I was saying that before I ever had a radio broadcast, and it's on tape in every one of my lectures. I said New York City would be the first strike of terrorists in this country, followed by some place in Middle America. Why? Because I know, like they know, that Americans have grown complacent over the many years. They don't believe that it could happen in this country. They want to disarm the American citizens, take away our weapons, so that we cannot oppose the tyranny that is coming. And to do that, they have to create terrorist incidents and crimes. And people who walk on the schoolyards and shoot great numbers of children, and into shopping malls and McDonald's restaurants. And if you'll notice, this always happens just before major gun control legislation is coming up for a vote, and you all sit around and really, actually believe that's an accident? Are you insane? It's social engineering in the grand scale and the classic method. Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels, V.I. Lenin, Stalin, Fidel Castro, Che Guevara. If you don't believe me, quit sitting on your lazy butts and get out the history books and read it. It's all there, and you can make the same predictions that I have made and continue to make and be absolutely 100% correct if you will just understand that he who does not study history is doomed to repeat it. That is the truth.
It's in the national interest, and it's about safety.
Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern made good on her promise to overhaul her nation's gun laws just days after the shootings at 2 mosques left 50 people dead.
Every semi-automatic weapon used in the terrorist attack on Friday will be banned in this country.
As part of our overall national response to this new outbreak, I am now directing medical officers of health that all cases, confirmed cases, are to be managed in a quarantine facility. Now, this is different to how positive cases were managed when we were last at levels 4 and indeed 3, and shows how serious we are about limiting any risk of ongoing transmission, even in self-isolation and including to others in the household. This will apply to any cases and also close family members who might be at risk as appropriate. A reminder, these facilities have been set up specifically and have excellent processes and resources in place to look after people with COVID-19, including health staff on site at all times, and it will help us avoid any further inadvertent spread into the community as part of our overall response.
That I wanted to, I've got a number of questions about people refuse, what do we do if someone refuses to be tested? Well, they can't now. If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. So they won't be able to leave after 14 days. They have to stay on for another 14 days. So it's a pretty good incentive. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test.